boys and girls. So yesterday we talked about how authors tell their story in a time-ordered sense. They tell it in a sequence story. First this happened, next this happened, and then the next thing happened. So today we are going to look at, We are going to look at how an author organizes his information by comparing and contrasting two things. And so I want us to look at my little chart I have here. And it says in compare and contrast, you're going to see words like similar, same, alike, opposed to, on the other hand, instead of, unlike, or as well as. And so let's, today, for our compare and contrast, we're going to take the black bear and the grizzly bear from our book we read today, A Bear's Life. And we're going to compare and contrast them and see how the author used some of those compare and contrast words. So first things is the black bear, I know, is black. And I know that it told me that the moms, they only stay 1.5 years with their mom, which is not very long. The grizzly bear, we found out, was a brown bear. And the cubs stayed with their mom for 3 whole years. So this is how they are different. And so if I was reading this in a story, it may say something like, the grizzly bear is a brown bear, whereas the black bear is black, or opposed to the black bear being black. It may say, the grizzly bear's cubs spend 3 years with their moms, but on the other hand, black bear cubs only spend 1.5 years with their moms. And so we can use those key words. But in the middle, we want to talk about how they're the same, how they compare them to be the same. So one thing I came up with was that they both nap during the winter time. So that is one way that they are the same. And they both fish for salmon. So when we read that in the book, we may find that they say the black bear and the grizzly bear are alike because they both nap during the winter. Or both bears fish for salmon during the fall season to prepare for winter. And so we could see those kinds of words. So what you're going to do today is on your assignment sheet, it says for you to compare and contrast something. So you're going to create a little chart on your paper, and you're going to put 2 things about how they're the same, and 2 things how they're different, or 2 things how they're different, and then 1 thing about how, or 2 things about how they're the same in that one category. And then you're going to use words like I did, and you're going to write it into sentences. The grizzly bear is brown, whereas the black bear is black. So I'm telling you how they're different. And then you're going to use the words to tell me how they're the same. But yours can be whatever you want it to be. It can be candy, it can be soda, it can be animals, cars. I don't care. My class over Miss T's class, whatever you want it to be. But you get to create that on yours today. But what I really want you to do is making sure you're putting it into sentences and using some guide words to show me how they're the same and how they're different.